So 21 residents, 8 staffers, right?
That is correct.
Okay, and how many negatives came back?
71 for our residents
71 residents?
are negative,
Okay,
47 of our staff. We have 1 pending result for our
who?
resident
For a resident.
and 1 for a staff member.
Okay, that's great.
There are now 2 samples that were not processed, and that both of those were due to identification labeling issues.
Like
Okay.
what we talked about yesterday?
Correct.
Okay, and they'll be retested.
Yes.
Okay,
And then there were 3 patients that declined that we reported on.
right.
We are contacting their families to consent them to see if they have interest in just starting treatment on them. So
Okay.
we're going to offer that to them.
Are they showing symptoms? of
They are
COVID?
not. But it's interesting. Of these 16 cases that are in-house that are positive, so not to confuse, we have 21 total that were affiliated with the facility. 16 are on site.
Okay, not 17?
As I was incorrect. Yeah, I was trying to make a note of that. We had 3 and 2.
Right. We have 3 at Ruby Memorial and 2 at Mon Jem.
Okay.
Oh, now the
and
map adds up,
16
okay.
here.
There we go,
Yeah,
sorry.
it goes up
16.
to 21.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes.
Thanks,
Yes,
guys.
yes, yes.
Have you been contacted by the assisted living facility in Kanawha County for advice?
We have not. Of course, they just got that news
Okay.
yesterday, my understanding is, and I can only imagine what their lives are in this moment.
How are you having any difficulty with suppliers, like not coming in and giving you what you need?
My understanding to this point that we haven't. Of course, our local businesses in the community have stepped up and brought disposable products and things that we've needed.
Okay, such as?
We had all the disposable plates and cups and the things for dining that are required
Okay.
that were brought in today,
Okay.
in addition to the ones we received yesterday.
So
One thing that is happening in the community that
Mm-hmm.
is, I know this is a scary thing, we don't understand it, but what's concerning to me, I mean, everyone has been wonderful. I don't want to in any way, shape, or form take away from that. But some employees are calling in and they depend on public transportation to get here, and they're getting refusals to be able to use Uber services or taxi services. One of our employees visited the local Sheets and only had cash to pay for gas and went in, and she had her Sundale badge on and was refused service. There's some people who can't get child care because they don't want their children in their homes. And so that's tough. It's tough. It's, we got a call yesterday from a pharmacy wanting to know, they saw one of our employees in with their shirt on and wanted to know, could we tell them which other employees had been in their business?
okay.
And that's hard, where, the employees feel somewhat isolated from their communities, and that's, we all have to be mindful of that.
Is there anything you can do for them?
I'm sorry?
Is there anything you can do for the employees
Like,
that
yeah,
are
'cause
being
we
refused?
were, she asked earlier if they're getting compensated, especially those who are away because they have contracted COVID, and the answer seemed to be kind of unclear. So is there anything you guys can do
Now
or are
that's-
doing?
This is an administrator issue.
That was. I didn't think that was unclear at all.
Okay.
They can file for unemployment compensation, and that application process, it's my understanding that you mark it as COVID related, and it is streamlined.
Okay,
So
good.
yeah, that's a significant improvement over the delay that may normally occur when trying to file for some type of unemployment compensation.
Okay, but are they, the employees, the 8 employees that are self-isolating right now, are they still receiving their money or checks from you guys?
If they have sick time available, absolutely.
Sick
They can yes, they can access.
What about vacation time? Sick or
Absolutely.
Okay, so they can take it?
Yes.
Okay, now, would they, what if they run out of vacation or sick time?
I believe that's where the government is stepping in.
Okay.
Yeah. That's part of the extended FEMA package that has been approved.
Okay, so the employees that are getting discriminated against in the community because they work here, I assume they haven't tested positive. I guess what I'm trying to say is, maybe you can say this officially, Dr. Schrader, is Do they present a danger to other?
You know, I think it's important for all of us to realize there are 16 cases in this building, and I don't think any one of them look alike.
Okay.
It's as distinct as the way we appear to you. Some people are smiling at me and they're their normal self, and it may be people with many comorbidities.
Okay.
And then there may be others where we start to see them having some compromise and respiratory distress and changes in their vital status. And so it's the reason people are worried about us is because we're testing and we know it's here. There may be one of you who are sitting here interviewing me now that could be carrying COVID, and we just don't know it. And that's the worrisome thing. So do they pose a risk? Probably no more than anyone else that's in the community. Yes, they've had confirmed exposure, but I think probably the ones that are the most concerned is that if they don't know that they're exposed or
Okay.
that they're positive.
Earlier, before you guys came out, we saw a lot of food being dropped off here. Can you tell me, is that sort of same thing with like disposable plates and cups, like from community partners? Who's
Correct.
providing those?
That's right. Today we got a shipment in from Chick-fil-A, and that was very kind to them, and that's what we're seeing, just people dropping off things. Families are buying things and having them sent to us. Several people in the community have asked, can we prepare things and drop them at the door for you?
That's wonderful.
Speaking of family members, how goes it contacting family members to inform them of the situation here?
That process has started. It's obviously slower than we would like, but tomorrow we're going to offer a Zoom option. I think email's going to go out later today. We can have up to 100 members in that call. We're still deciding
What do you mean by Zoom option?
So it's I'm sorry.
I'm not tech.
The conferencing, online conferencing
Okay.
mechanism, kind of like Skype, but more business focused.
Okay, I'm
It is
just
more
gonna say
it is
online
more business
conferencing.
focused, and you can have up to 100 people. This is a secured line.
Okay.
But I do think 100 people may be a bit much. What we may try and do to make it a bit more manageable is perhaps go in groups of 20, but invitations will go out. We have email.
By email today.
We have email addresses for all of our family members,
Okay.
and we will provide them with a log on, and hopefully we can have a time. We'll schedule a time for everyone, and that will be included as part of the email.
Okay, and these conferences will go on how long?
As long as necessary. I mean, we'll certainly try to keep it to a limit, but we're going to try to answer as many questions as possible.
Okay. And you have plenty of masks?
We do.
Okay.
And ventilators?
No ventilators here.
Okay.
We don't have that capability. What we have done is contacted families with loved ones, and we're starting to ask them if they need escalation of care, would they want them transferred to the hospital for that type of support. It's
Yeah,
not
there-
something we can do here.
Yeah, there are no ventilators in any nursing home in West Virginia. It's not allowed. It hasn't been approved. The structural engineering of nursing homes has to be any change that's done has to be approved by OFLAC, and there are no rules, nothing set aside for ventilators, gases running through the building. So those types of services are provided at hospitals. Some other facilities in other states do have ventilators. I think there are some in Pennsylvania and Ohio as well. But
Okay.
you'll find none in West Virginia.
The 5 people that are hospitalized, are they in stable condition, serious condition, critical condition?
Yeah. We have 2 of them that are in an ICU setting.
At Ruby?
One at Ruby, one at Mon General.
Okay.
The remainder of them are probably in condition that they could be transferred back to the facility when we're in a place that we could do that.
Okay. All right. I can't think of anything
Yeah.
else.
Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
No.
I think we just want to thank the community for being supportive, understanding, and providing drinks, water, food for the staff. They're working very hard and diligent to make sure that our residents are well cared for and comfortable and happy as they can possibly be.
Okay, Donna, thank you.
Yeah.
I probably know the answer to this, but I've got to ask it. Any Have you gotten any closer to determining how this came to the building?
No, we haven't.
Okay, still working on that?
We are.
Okay.
And I think one other thing to share with families, you know, we had mentioned yesterday it was our intent to get everyone started on the medications. All those orders are in.
How long do you anticipate it will be until, you know, delivery can be made? I know things are hard right now, so
I'm sorry.
how long do you think it'll be until those orders come in, all things considered?
Oh, no, I think that we'll have meds in one. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be an issue.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
you
Guys,
guys
thank
so
you
much.
very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a great day.